What's up, everybody? Titans Freak 28 back with some more NCAA Football 14. This time we're doing the best class ever and dual threat coach guide. In order to do this, you must have the #1 ranked recruiting class in a season in single team dynasty mode and win the BCS championship, and have the #1 recruiting class in single season as head coach in dynasty. So there is an easier way to do this than I did it. I did it legitimately I picked Alabama and then got my recruits through picking them out prior to the season starting, and then doing the dynasty and putting points out to them. You'll see a little bit later, a little bit more of what I did. But the easier way to do it is there is an option to create recruits before you start your recruiting process. You can see that I'm right now getting all the recruits that are interested in me the most, that I'm the first choice. Alabama's the first choice, and here I'm putting the points out to each of them. And I put it out so that I was picking for 25 people, because you can only have 25 scholarships out, so I'm putting out points so that I am getting 25 people. But the easier way to do it, and I wouldn't call it legitimate, but it's a way to do it. You can create recruits. I don't know exactly how many. I've been told I think it's 15. Basically, if you have Alabama, recruit 15 5-star recruits from the state of Alabama in different positions and go after them, because they'll more than likely be interested in Alabama. And also, you just saw there, you can get more recruiting points by spending your leveling up points on getting the unlockable recruiting stuff, which is useful to do because then later in the season you will be having more points. And you can also schedule visits for your recruits, but honestly, if you don't change all the settings, and you can have the computers do the visits, because it gets a bit complicated near the end, and doing the visits, I just let the computer handle that. I don't quite like the way they changed it. It's less personable. I mean, it's a lot easier and it takes less time, but it's just less personable. I didn't like it as much. Here, this is the off season, and I have 3 guys left that I'm going after, and I kind of need to get 2 of them in order to have the #1 recruiting class. And I believe I redid this about 3 times in order to get the #1 recruiting class, and I ended up actually getting the #1 recruiting class not by getting 2 4-star commitments out of there, because I had 2 77s. I ended up getting the #1 class because Notre Dame dropped by about 3 4-star recruits, because they had 12 almost every single time that the signing day went through, and this time they had 9, so I jumped them for the #1 recruiting class. So I was trying to kind of figure out how to get the achievement, and then you just skip to the next one and you get both achievements all in one there. But you got to win the national championship in order to also get the dual threat coach one. I didn't show that, but I figure people know how to win the national championship with Alabama. It's not too hard. So there they both are, dual threat coach and best class ever. And that is how you get a #1 recruiting class. So that is all for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.